Guys, welcome to Daybreak. That's the first map of this best of 5 to determine who stays alive in the 2013 MLG Winter Championships and who goes home. In the bottom left-hand location, we have the red Protoss player from SK Telecom T1. He has an OSL championship under his belt. He is Rain. And his opponent in the top right-hand side of the map has a wealth of Heart of the Swarm experience, perhaps a little bit more than his Korean Protoss counterpart. He is the blue Protoss player who should not be ignored. He is Seed.
Both these guys are so talented. It's just absolutely insane. OSL champion versus GSL champion. Yeah. I mean, and, there's not very many people who can say they have either one of those.
Right.
I mean, Rain's the only one who can say that about OSL in StarCraft.
He got close to GSL.
He did. He was in the round of 4.
Yep.
But Seed's actually won the whole darn thing.
Yep.
So very, very, very accomplished players here. Both players opening up with nothing too crazy. Of course, you would see some weird builds in Wings of Liberty, extremely rarity proxy, Zealot builds and stuff. In Heart of the Swarm, proxy Zealots is no longer really a viable option at the top competitive level, and this is just because of the Mothership Core, a new unit that Protoss can get early. Of course, it flies, tears down those Zealots without a problem. So both players opening up very standard. We can see the intense expression there. Hands are poised, getting ready to go into action here as the game is going to heat up.
Nick, I'm not going to let you get away with giving that little bit of factual information without telling us how you came across that, Mr. Losing a placement match after disconnecting and losing another placement match after doing what?
That's true. So, I was playing on the ladder. I was like, let's get these placement matches out of the way. Does this proxy get everyone? And then Protoss Mirror, I discovered proxy get not so good.
There you go.
Mothership Core does destroy Zealots quite easily. And it comes out faster than a Stalker because the build time is 30 seconds, the Stalker's 42. So they can actually get that Mothership Core out so insanely fast as soon as they see that you're proxying.
That's awesome.
Not quite
I'm sorry to bring that up, Nick.
That's all right.
I had to.
I don't hide anything. I'm an open book as far as my StarCraft shames and achievements.
Let's see who interviews Nicholas next after hearing that bit of information. But looking at these build orders really quick, we're seeing a small deviation in the form of Rain adding on a secondary gateway here, whereas Seed, he's sticking to 1. So I feel like Daybreak's a map where the 2 base pressures, it's hard to make, or I should say the 1 base pressures against 1 base, I feel like it's pretty hard to make work unless it's some sort of Stargate where you're trying to go for an Oracle harass or something. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see very fast expand plays from these two guys, considering the map and considering PvP where you have a Mothership Core relatively early to again, defend against any of that scary stuff.
Definitely expansions are very likely options here. Here we can actually see Seed already adding 2 more gateways.
Whoa.
One thing, though, that's to note is just because he has 3 gateways and his opponent only has 2 doesn't mean he's more committed to early aggression. Because he delayed that second gateway, he actually got an extra chrono boost on probes, has got his probes a little bit faster. They both stopped making probes at the same time, though, so it's going to be equal economy. Both players stopping probes to get that Mothership Core, but Seed's, of course, because that earlier chrono boost on the probes, his core's out just a tiny bit faster, and I think he's going to look to put on some pressure with 3 gates and then expand behind it.
All right, we see Rain actually coming across the map as well. 3 Stalkers at the Watchtower. Might have a little skirmish in the middle of the map here, which is actually, one of the most important parts of a PvP, these early game skirmishes. And look at that, taking advantage of the Watchtower, getting a nice volley off onto that Stalker. Both these players posturing with a Mothership Core and a few Stalkers underneath, and look at the Seed getting a pylon on his opponent's side of the map. Meanwhile, there's a probe in the base of Seed doing whatever the heck he wants, seeing the 3 gateways, and now Rain knows exactly what to expect. He
does. He's going to throw it on a Nexus regardless, though. And what's great about this is he knows there's no threat of air coming to his main and Oracle killing all his probes. He knows there's no threat of Dark Templar, so all he has to do is power out units and defend his front door expansion from a direct attack.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to take advantage of the knowledge he has obtained versus his opponent. Placing out Force Field is trying to trap a Stalker. Seed is going to try to back away as fast as he can. And I think once this Nexus completes, I don't think there's any chance Seed can do any damage, considering Rain has that defensive Mothership Core that he can use that Photon Overcharge to prevent any harassment from happening. Meanwhile, Seed behind this knows his opponent expanding. He's deciding to react by placing down a StarCraft.
It's an interesting choice, but here he's trying to put some pressure on the front before that Nexus completes. Time Warp goes down, a greater Stalker count by Seed, but his Mothership Core falls.
Mothership Core is gone. The Stalker's still in the Time Warp. Seed has a better concave here. Oh, that Time Warp actually doing a lot for Seed. But Rain needs more units. There's still a force field. He can actually force field them on the ramp. No, he's going to try to trap some Stalkers. Some Stalkers being warped in on the low ground. But both on overcharge right now, and it should be fine.
Yep. He's going to force Seed to back away. Seed, a very even trade. The two things to consider are, one, you know, Rain has that expansion up, but Seed's not done. He's going to come and try to get some damage done, but that Nexus is doing so much damage to those Stalkers in return.
Keeps that one Stalker alive. Looks like he's down to 4 HP. Rain really needs those units on the field there. I mean, it's great that he got his expansion down, but this Mothership Core, it needs 100 energy for that Photon Overcharge, and the Photon Overcharge is about to go away. This could be a nice timing for Seed to try to do some damage. And he's got to pull his probes back. He's got this sentry here on the ramp. He's going to give up that low ground natural. Oh, no. Can Seed take advantage again? He has a sentry here. He's able to force field the bottom of that ramp. And you got to be really brave to try to come out of your base. So Rain, he got this expansion down soon. He was relying on the Photon Overcharge to defend against this aggression. But that Photon Overcharge, it goes away. It's not a planetary. You can't make it a planetary and then stays a planetary forever. So good idea there from Rain at the start, but now he's paying for it. But look at this. There's also an Oracle coming into the main base. Probes are going to be very vulnerable.
Taking out several probes here. 1, 2, 3 probes goes down. Doesn't quite get a fourth because Rain is very quick to react. Rain's not going to mind too much about losing a few probes as he is now oversaturated, having had to retreat all those probes to his natural. But Seed's build has worked out very well. He's got a full contain on Rain, and now he says, now it's time to expand behind it myself, get the economic advantage. Rain's trying to add in Void Rays, but Seed has already scouted this target from his opponent, and he's building Phoenixes.
Gosh, Seed is he's just playing this so well. We have an Oracle coming forward here from Rain, but there's already a Phoenix overhead. Let's see how much damage he can do. Going to start wailing away at those probes, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5 probe kills. His probes died pretty fast. I'm interested. Seed didn't really pull his probes there, so. But ultimately, he has an expansion. His opponent doesn't. That's what's important here. And Rain, he still has to come up with a way to break out. Oh, look at that. Warping in the Zealots in the low ground.
A nifty little trick. He's going to try to hit from 2 sides. I don't think that would quite work, as Seed, I feel, this has too many units there on the low ground. Yeah. Even if he's able to get through that force field, there will be too many. It's also a very risky play, though, because if Seed discovers those Zealots, he can
those
take
Zealots
those
are
out.
Terrified, man.
They're hiding in the corner there, huddling together for warmth and protection. A cluster of Stalkers warps in as well to support them. Remember, Rain does have some Time Warps. I believe 1, no, now 2 Time Warps already on his Mothership Core. So when he breaks out, look to see those Time Warps being
Guardian
utilized.
Shield here. Rain goes. He has 2 Void Rays here as well. Prismatic Overcharge going down the force field. A little bit late there for Seed. Could this be the cost of his entire army here? Again, you got to be watching the bottom of that ramp. You don't want your opponent to do something like that, take you off guard, and all of a sudden, just like that, Rain essentially equalizes the fight.
Yeah, he's got a couple of units here. One more Stalker is going to go down. Rain's going to have to push across the map for a counter. The Void Rays are really the power-punching unit that he has to support him.
Up there.
But the one thing that might worry a little bit about is there's all these Phoenixes being produced by Seed. And Rain has no idea about this. He thinks he's got air superiority, but Seed's got this cluster of Phoenixes. They're moving out now.
I mean, he saw one Phoenix with the Oracle a little bit earlier, but who knows even just how many Phoenixes are here, and they're going right for that Mothership Core, taking some shots on the Void Ray, targeting down the Mothership Core. Now the Stalker's trying to take it down, and Rain is going to have enough Stalkers down here to support the Void Rays. And Seed is going to have to come up with a game plan number 2. Now, keep in mind, his Mothership Core doesn't have enough energy for that Photon Overcharge. I know we keep talking about that, but it's so important when you're trying to defend an expansion. So just like that, Rain might have some momentum to try to even kill this natural expansion. I don't know if Seed's going to let that happen, though.
One Brave Zealot charge in there just to see what was happening. Sees the quantity of units Seed has, and Rain decides, you know what? He's got way too much there to defend. So many Zealots, not to mention the Phoenix is there to support against the Void Rays. And now Rain has got to be thinking, what can I do to catch back up? But he might have even more to catch up, but there's an Oracle coming into his main, and he's only got 2 Stalkers there to defend.
2 Stalkers there. His main base is a little bit oversaturated. The Oracle actually targeting down the Stalker there. Not what you want to have happen. So Seed is going to back away without doing any damage whatsoever there. And Seed is still going to retain that supply advantage. 91 to 80. Keep in mind, he got that natural expansion before his opponent. He has 3 more Harbingers, but Rain just now getting that expansion up of his own, prioritizing taking those gases, really wants to get that gas count up so he can go into you know, more air units. You know, he can go with upgrades perhaps. He can increase his tech. So we just got to look out for that, adding on a second Stargate. But now the Phoenix is coming in with the Oracle there into Rain's main base.
He's going to look to neutralize the Stalkers with the Phoenixes so the Oracle can kill probes. But Rain has a horde of his own Phoenixes. He's got the advantage. He's going forward. Oracle falls down. One Phoenix falls down, and Seed's on the retreat.
Yeah, Seed's out of there. Rain pulling up some tricks of his own. Also sending 2 Void Rays into his opponent's main base as this is happening. What a crazy PvP we have on our hands. Again, this is game 1 of a best-of-5 between Seed and Rain, where the winner advances on in the 2013 MLG Winter Championship event. Seed going to be trying to chase these Void Rays to the left, and now Rain going to try to reinforce with Phoenixes of his own. We got 2 Void Rays versus 2 Void Rays, and it looks like 4 versus 4 on the Phoenixes. Let's see whose micro is better. Void Rays staying alive here for Rain. There's the, of course, prismatic line, but the Mothership Core laying down the Photon Overcharge onto the Nexus, and that's going to prove to be the difference as Seed brings forward those Stalkers to help out, and Rain's going to have to back away.
Rain backs away, but I feel he definitely got the upper hand of the trade, keeping both Void Rays alive and taking out Seed's almost entire Air Force. An extremely cost-efficient trade there, and that's going to give Rain the dominant air superiority, and of course he's going double Stargate Void Ray production to maintain this air superiority.
Oh, Rain able to take down a Void Ray there from Seed. Every little bit helps, and yeah, as you said, Seed, he's staying on 1 Stargate. It looks like Rain has 2 Stargates.
Rain has 2 Stargates, but Seed's not even using his Stargate. He's going 7 Warp Gates. Look at this horde of Stalkers and Zealots crossing the map. This is the danger of going double Stargate. Your gateway count is low. He can definitely try to buy some time with Force Field. Seed's going to have to maybe kill the rocks.
He's letting him at the ramp. He's letting him up the ramp here.
Yeah, he's going to back up. He was afraid of a flank. They're backing up, pulling the Nexus. Photon Overcharge goes down, but that's so many gateway units from Seed.
How do you even address this as Rain is going to try as desperately as possible to get as many units out on the field to do with this Seed, storming forward with all these Zealots and these Stalkers. The Phoenix is picking up Stalkers from his opponent. The probes are going to have to be pulled here. Still so many Zealots alive on the ground, but there's a big Zealot Orb in there from Rain, and I think Rain should be fine. He's up 92 to 81 in supply, and Seed is going to have to he's going to have to retreat.
That Nexus being so instrumental in the defense. Of course, the probes happen as well. 4 Stalkers get lifted up. These are going to be taken out. Seed's on the retreat, and now he's in a terrible position.
Rain there's the GG from Seed. Oh my God, Rain taking victory there.